Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. I thought today I would do some brief technical analysis on Luna. We've seen some pretty interesting gains being made on Luna recently, and I kind of want to highlight a few things that are both concerning but also very exciting. Guys, as I get into this video, if you do find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you are going to be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. We do a whole load more technical analysis and just general crypto chit chat down in Discord, so why not go ahead, check it out. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Right, with all that said, done and out of the way, let's jump on down into the desktop here and take a look at Luna. Right, we're on the hourly chart to start with. We are paired up with USDT and Binance as the data source. As you can see, we had the big ABC move, but we found really good support down here on the 786. So we actually opened up trades within our Patreon member area just around here. And obviously, you know, we were talking about a 10% bump on your portfolio on that particular trade. So we were looking at the resistance line up there at $92.07. And you know, basically able to get in on this bounce. I mean, this is a really critical moment for Luna, right? We did see the potential to come down to the 1-to-1 ratio as highlighted just here. This was basically 81.17. However, you know, we actually saw that this was a really good key area for a bounce, and we got in, and yeah, bam, we were into that trade really well. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means that we actually had a really good break to the upside, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to move this over so we can actually see that this is the low point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy this up by deleting those off, right? So we can see it was just an ABC move to the downside just in here. Again, could have gone a little bit lower, but that 786 support was really good. And as we zoom on out, you can kind of see why, because obviously all this history over here resonating incredibly well with this area. Okay, cool. So basically from here, we started to see an impulsive break to the upside. Okay, and essentially what you had was wave 1 come up here, down to wave 2 low, a fantastic wave 3 high, down for a wave 4 low, and finally a 5th wave up. Okay, so we ended up with this impulsive break, right? 3 motive moves and 2 corrective moves in the middle there. Now, obviously, you drill down much lower and you can do all the wave counts inside it, sub wave counts and whatnot. At some point, that doesn't work for you, and as you can see, there's not clearly 5 waves inside the, you know, 1, 3, and 5, but it meets the minimum requirements for the impulsive move. Okay, so as we kind of think about this, it's important that we understand that, you know, on a larger time frame, it's not going to look impulsive on this time frame. Okay, cool. So obviously with the foundation there, we have 5 waves up. We also should expect the bare minimum of an ABC correction that follows. So ABC, then we go up even higher. So we actually had 2 positions here for this particular trade. The first one exiting out just up here. Again, scoped out in advance because of resistance areas, and then the pull back down, re-entry, back up for that last little bit there. Okay, again, alternatively, there was the hodl and just hold your way through, buy and sell, standard kind of stuff. So once we found that resistance at the top, obviously it's a bit of a turning point, right? So we should be, you know, really thinking about what happens next here. Now, interestingly enough, this is another 5 waves. So we have 1, 2. Up here for 3, down here for 4, waiting for that 5th wave still to come up, right? So I'm still expecting things to move up a little way here. Not too much, but I'm expecting just a little bit more. And before we start to see some kind of corrective move, right? Now, I'd like to think that, you know, we could go past the 92.07 range and turn it into support. But there's obviously, you know, too soon to really know what's going on there. But we are looking for some kind of move to the upside. And then obviously we want to find that kind of ABC correction and then take it from there. Now, where we are right now is an overbought stochastic RSI. Okay, so we are open to the idea that this is the last little push on the chart. Just ride this up a little bit more. And then we look for corrective moves. Now, as I come across into the 4-hourly chart, also overbought, so we should be thinking there's going to be some kind of correction needed. We don't know how much that's going to be just yet, but obviously on this 4-hourly chart, we don't have those really clear how do I say it, impulsive moves. Instead, you get a really kind of tight ABC move, okay? Taking it from this high point to the low point and then transposing this over to here. You can see that you might be pushing up that last little leg there, about maybe $95. I still think you're going to fall short a little way on that. So be a bit cautious on the 1-to-1 ratio here, specifically when we've got stochastic RSIs that need to see corrective moves. Now, on the 8-hourly chart, we're still moving up, right? So again, this is actually giving us the encouragement to think that we've got a little bit more room in the tank before we start to see any kind of big pullback. Okay, so we should still be thinking there's a little bit more before we see, some kind of corrective action. With that being said, though, it's possible, as we have seen previously, that you get a reversal before going up to the overbought area. Okay, so let's be a little bit mindful over what we think is most probable, and don't let greed get the better of us in any particular scenario. So here we can see on the daily chart, we're actually still in the heavily oversold area. So again, this is the start of a really big move for Luna. Okay, so obviously what we're talking about in terms of, small time trades, 10% here, 10% there, it's all about protecting your portfolio, maximizing the gains, and potentially, coming out of the market and buying back cheaper, ready for the next set of moves. Okay, so what we're talking about here for Luna is actually, pretty good, because this stochastic RSI on this daily chart hasn't really moved, with plenty of room to grow to the upside. So long term, we're thinking very, very good things about Luna. And I think new all-time highs are kind of a bit of a given at this point. Okay, we're looking at the stochastic RSI on the daily, and of course the weekly. The monthly doesn't really exist. So taking a look at these things, it's all looking very, very good and very encouraging for some kind of really good move upwards. So I'm really happy to kind of see that kind of play out a little bit. So we do expect some volatility on the 8-hour, the 4-hour, and the 1-hour. So these could be small kind of corrective moves, or they could be something a little bit more significant, etc. So for now, let's just kind of see how this one plays out. I'm expecting a little bit more for Luna before we start to see some kind of corrective move, and then again, long term, we are thinking, new all-time highs and all of that kind of good stuff. Guys, I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you are going to be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.